I think it's so cool that we have this program at a public university, because permaculture can be really, really inaccessible. It costs a lot of money to take a PDC, and it's the people who need permaculture the most who can't afford to do that. To teach this to people at a public university, even though a university obviously is something that is not accessible to everyone, but a public university is still more accessible to people than a private permaculture design course would be. And so that's why I think it's really important that we're doing this here at a really large public university with 25,000 students.
So I think that there's a really huge opportunity here for permaculture to catch and store energy, the energy of young people who are there to learn, and they pick up the information like sponges, and they have excitement and energy that they can contribute to the movement.
I'm really excited about the idea that permaculture thinking, permaculture concepts, values is becoming so available to so many students that are going to college. College is a great place to expose them to that kind of information along with everything else that they're learning in college.
One of the benefits of exposing students to permaculture at this particular stage in their lives is then they have the opportunity to take that information into many different fields. And I think that that can really bring new perspectives to permaculture and also help the ideas evolve over time.
I teach a permaculture design course at Naropa University in Boulder, Colorado. A number of students have gone on to do graduate work in urban planning, which I'm extremely excited about. Permaculture has focused so extensively on agriculture, and it's time to use it in other applications.
Students are going to continue to go to university and get an education, and I think that it's to permaculture's benefit if the movement can be involved in the academic realm and really scale it up and take advantage of the opportunities that this presents to really design some mutually beneficial relationships between the movement and the academic space.
There's always been that stance of we're going to go out and do it ourselves because the universities aren't. Now we're seeing the universities being more responsive to what is being asked of them and demanded in some sense.
I've been teaching at the university for over 10 years as an adjunct. I'm now contract faculty and a staff member for the Office of Environmental Sustainability. Although I think permaculture initially, scared people and offended people at higher ed, we're not doing that. We're seeing it as an ally. People are here to learn. They're looking at all their possibilities. The world's changing really fast. We need as many hands on deck with good solutions. And here's this group of people that want to learn.
There's still fear around that of what is going to happen to permaculture. Is it going to get cheapened or dumbed down or co-opted or something by universities? I think co-option is a big fear.
But mostly people have just been excited to hear that there are more people involved and there are different ways, different formats.
I think universities can bring some more integrity to permaculture in the form of bringing research and sort of the documentation that comes with scientific inquiry so that you have a coherent argument for what you're trying to do. Permaculture often is going off of really good storytelling, but not always backed by science. So it's a nice way to bring the two together, bring the theory and the sort of practice together.
If we're claiming to have, better insulated buildings or more energy efficient food systems, we do need research. I think we very much need to get on the cutting edge of the science of ecology, the science of succession, the science of polyculture, the science of natural building. And I think being in an academic context holds us accountable to that a little bit more. I'm really excited to see these tools being applied to bigger challenges.
I think being able to talk about permaculture now in higher ed circles and have colleagues on campus know that this is actually a real thing. It's not just a weird word. It's not just a made-up religious movement or whatever people think it is. It only adds value. I think that it gets more people exposed to permaculture that wouldn't be, because at this point in their lives, they're not going to go out and do a PDC necessarily. It's really rare because it's not part of what's feasible for them economically. So if nothing else, we have planted a seed in these hundreds and hundreds of people that have done them through higher ed situations.
So I think campus demonstration projects are a great way to raise people's awareness of permaculture, not just on campus, but also in the local community as well.
It was a search for a campus organization group that was changing the world for the better. It was called the Campus Champions of Change Challenge. And we ended up getting first place. And we got to go to a ceremony at the White House, and Obama came and spoke. It was really, really cool. But I think that what was best about this, and what is the reason that we applied for this award in the first place, was that it was about bringing permaculture to this mainstream audience, getting the word permaculture to the White House.
I'd really like to be able to help build a network between people who are teaching permaculture in higher education and those who are doing research about permaculture relevant topics in universities, so that they can better learn from each other and adapt models that are working and develop a stronger community.